If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Man, I don't give a fuck when nigga tell you it's a Percocet or fucking moxicillin, oxacillin. Man, if that motherfucking pill ain't prescribed to you and how your blood is and shit, my nigga, boy, you down there can die, boy. Man, nigga, I took like 5 of them motherfucking fake ass amoxicillin and they want amoxicillins. They want amoxicillin. Nigga told me they were amoxicillin. They was some other type of antibiotic. I'm trying to kick a flu. And I sat in the house and took like 5, 6 of them bitches. My nigga, them motherfucker about to kill me. Nigga, I couldn't shit. I couldn't piss or nothing. My eye went to bulging and shit out my motherfucking head.
Telling y'all money. Hey man, we got a lot of business. Nigga, 200 in the project, nigga. Fuck they talking about? Yeah, big more. Gang.
Bitch, you know what I'm saying? Why these niggas waiting on their show prices and shit to go up, you know what I'm saying? We really gonna check a bag out here, man. Big mouth. Eat it up, look.
But I can't change it. I wish that I could rewind time again. I bought my head time and time again. I done fell hard, but I'ma climb again. Came up out the mud, but I'ma shine again. I'm living on my 3rd strike. Holy got the cuffs tight. Niggas holding us tight, but I'ma shoot it up tight. God gon' have to forgive me before I let them kill me. Stand over me and drill me. Fuck them if they don't feel me. Man, fuck all that flaws, and now this paper come with charge. Everything is a profit. Remember days we was starved.
It is being reported that Alley Boy from East Atlanta, Georgia, has lost his life. Before we proceed, I would like to extend my condolences to his family, any children that he may have, cousins, mother, father, condolences to all the people that love that brother, right? Now, a lot of the times when we hear that a rapper has died, the first thing that comes to our mind is, who shot him? Where was he at? Was he backdoored? It always leads us to believe or entertain in our mind that the death was a violent death. The death was a street death. And especially for somebody like Alley Boy, because Alley Boy come from those streets. He never had no mainstream hit, I should say. But as far as like street guys, people in them gutters, in them trenches, they know about Alley Boy. He had well connections with some of your prominent rappers, Future, Yo Gotti, people like that. Producers, you know what I'm saying? Like he was plugged in. But from my understanding, the reason why he was plugged in is because he was what they considered to be a real street nigga. Excuse my language, but I gotta keep it real. Right? He was one of those guys that was really from them trenches. I'm talking about really out there pitching, getting money, doing whatever he had to do to take care of himself, take care of his family and his team. Right? And this is just, from a street perspective. I mean, like, y'all know I don't agree with that type of lifestyle, but we're talking about Alley Boy right now, and I'm not trying to talk about his shortcomings to down him or anything like that, but we just telling the truth, right? And a lot of rappers that was in the mainstream that connected, with Alley Boy, they was from those same type of trenches. And so being that all of them, came from the trenches together, they connect with each other. You see, Young Jeezy was one of the guys that he made a famous song with. It was Young Jeezy, Yo Gotti, and Alley Boy. They made a song called Foe. And that was one of his famous hits, right? I'm not talking about mainstream hits. I'm talking about, one of the hits that the trenches enjoyed to listen to. You go to the clubs back in those days, you're going to hear folk jumping, in the club. Now, the reason why he lost his life is very unfortunate. And it's sad because that same lifestyle that I'm talking about, it consists of drug abuse. Now, a lot of people that smoke weed every day, you might not look at that as drug abuse. A lot of people that drink alcohol every day might not look at that as drug abuse. A lot of people that sip that lean every day might not look at that as drug abuse. But it is. Because when you're doing it every day, you're not giving your body a time to rest and to recoup from the damage that you are applying to your body. So if you continuously smoking cigarettes, smoking that good old Mountain Lion Kush, drinking alcohol, sipping that lean every day, year upon year, your body takes a beating. And at some point, after continuously taking that beating, things start to go haywire. And then this unfortunate situation with Alley Boy, from that lean, according to his own reports, right? Sipping that lean and having high blood pressure caused him to get kidney disease. And if you got kidney disease and you're not taking care of yourself, or you're not trying to, put that kidney disease in remission or manage it properly, then the condition is just gonna get worse, and you're gonna end up losing your life. Now, I don't know his situation. I don't know if once he realized that he had kidney disease and high blood pressure, did he stop doing the drugs? Did he stop sipping the lean? Did he stop, smoking that good old Mountain Lion Kush, or whatever drug of choice was his, right? I don't know if he did, but unfortunately, his kidneys got bad because of sipping the codeine. This is his words, not mine.
So talk about just being mindful of health and good habits now, and I know with you going through stuff. So let's talk about it.
Like from drinking codeine, high blood pressure and shit. You know what I mean? That shit caused my kidney to fail. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? Like I always ate pretty good and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, good.
Try to do the best you can. Decent.
I always ate kind of good. Like I ain't eaten for like 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
That
was like way before. You know what I mean? Because I had like a phobia with bones. I ain't like to eat meat off of bone.
Okay.
Like I identify like this is a real chicken leg. This is a chicken wing.
Yeah, the bone. What?
You know what I mean?
I understand.
But that shit really gave me a phobia. Like I couldn't stand the thought. I ain't want to eat it. You know what I'm saying? So I started like just really eating fish and shit. You know what I mean? And seafood.
Good.
So but it wasn't hard for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
But then with the whole lean shit, drinking the lean and shit, I used to be selling lean and shit, so I always had it and just drinking the shit. But the whole time, I'm not knowing I'm allergic to opiates. Like I can't take like Percocets and shit like that,
I didn't even know. I mean, I guess you can be allergic to anything, but what the fuck?
I'm allergic to opiates, so it's like the whole time I'm drinking this shit, it's like I'm drinking poison.
Jesus.
The whole time, you know what I mean? But you dilute it so much, you know what I mean? With the ice and drink
juice,
and shit. So it's like you ain't taking no heavy doses, but after you been drinking this shit 15, 20 years down there, you know what I mean? And that shit fucked up my kidneys. Like I got kidney failure from drinking codeine. It fucked up my kidneys. You know what I mean? Like, I need a kidney right now. But, I'm stronger than I look. You know what I mean? So, it's like, all along, I was allergic to codeine. I'm allergic to opiates. So, it was like I was drinking poison the whole time. And then, when I started noticing it, it started being like my feet and shit were, like, swelling sometimes. You know what I mean? So, I started slacking up on it, but it was too late. I had already damaged it.
Are you on like a waiting list or anything for it?
Yeah, I'm on a waiting list for a kidney and shit. I've been on dialysis now for like a year.
Right? And not only that, you put that blood pressure, that high blood pressure on top of that, you got a problem. You see? And the cold-blooded part about all this is that a lot of this stuff can be avoided, right? A lot of this stuff that we do to our body that causes us to have like some of these, these ailments and stuff like that can and could be avoided if we start to treat the body properly. You see what I'm saying? Some stuff can't be avoided, but some stuff can be managed to the point where you can live a longer life. You see, this brother right here was 45 years old. Young man, 45. You see, and done lost his life because of his daily habits, because of some choices that he made. He liked it sipping that lean. Now, we got to understand something. Lean is highly addictive. It's hard to shake that lean. It's hard. It's hard to shake cigarettes. When you do stuff for long periods of time, it becomes a habit. And it's hard for you to stop doing that because that habit has become a part of your daily life. And without it, it disrupts things. You see? But when we're talking about stuff that can kill you, that can possibly damage your body, then that's when we gotta suffer. We gotta go ahead and say, hey, look, I'm finna put this to the side and go through the withdrawals and all that old type of stuff that I gotta go through so that I can better my health, so that I can live longer for myself, my children, my wife, my loved ones. You see, sacrifices gotta be made. Now, I'm not finna sit up here and act like, hey, I make the best decisions, with my body and all that type of stuff, because at once upon a time, I smoked cigarettes every day. I drunk liquor every day. I smoked that good old Mountain Lion Kush every day. You see? But when I had got that C19, hey, look, I thought it was over with for you, boy. That scared me to death. And to be 100 with y'all, I'm still not all the way, how I used to be before that C19 hit me. But when that happened to me, the pandemic demo, when that happened to me, I gave up on all that. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped smoking that good old Mountain Lion Kush. I stopped drinking I stopped drinking alcohol. Every now and then, I might, let me be transparent. Me and my wife, we went to the New Edition concert up here in Minnesota, and I had a good old time. I felt so good. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go blow me some of that good old Mountain Lion Kush. I'm gonna smoke me a joint, right? Now, I was a weed connoisseur. I'm smoking blunts. So I said, I can smoke a joint. So I called up one of the lords. I said, hey, brother, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's happening? Boom. All right, look, check this out, man. Let me link with you, man. Let me get some of that, Plug me in, right? I gets to the crib. I roll a joint. I have me another shot. We enjoying ourselves. We feeling good. And so I go outdoors to blow on the joint. Now, in my mind, I'm saying I should be able to blow a joint. It's a joint. I used to smoke blunts. It's not like that no more. I got to hitting that damn joint, and I'm talking about I must have hit it like 6 times. And I say, damn, I'm getting hot too fast. Like, I don't remember this. Like, I'm getting hot quick. So I said, let me put it out, And I put it out, and I walked inside the house, and my wife looked at me and she said, yeah, I can tell you high as hell. And I said, yeah, baby, I think I done got too damn high. She said, what you mean? I said, shit, my heart beating. I feel like I've been running a race or something like that. And I'm continuously, it's just getting higher and higher and higher. This shit ain't calming down. She said, you okay? I said, I don't think so. We might have to call the ambulance, right? This how high I am. I'm gone off this shit. I'm gone. So I sat down and she said, baby, are you sure you're okay? I said, I don't know. Just let me sit here for a minute. Let me just try to relax and, calm it down. Because now that my heart's beating and all this type of shit, it's foreign to me. I don't remember weed doing this to my body, right? I don't remember getting this high. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just sit down for a little minute. I'm going to relax. because now that my heart is beating and I'm getting so damn high, I'm starting to get paranoid. I'm starting to panic. Now I'm thinking dumb stuff. What if it's fit in the weed? Lord probably gave me the wrong bag, and you know what I'm saying. So all this stuff is going on, but I calmed down, I sat down and I chilled for a minute, and it was just going in waves. Like I get super duper high, I felt like, then it'll calm down, my heart will be beating, and then it'll calm down. And right then and there, it told me, hey, hood educated, you can't blow them trees like you used to, dog. You getting classic, man. You can't even blow a joint no more. You see what I'm saying? You can't do none of that like you used to do, because I don't do that stuff no more. You see? So, look, this brother was 45 years old. I can only assume that through his younger life that he was abusing that codeine and stuff like that caused all the other ailments in his life, and now it done took his life. You see? So, we got to be careful, y'all. Because we only got one life to live. We got to be careful. We got to be careful with the stuff that we eat. I got to start governing that. I try to do my exercises and stuff like that, but I got to get stomped down into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like how I used to be, like when I came home from the joint, I was, I got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get there, but I got to get healthy. So I just want healthier. So I want to take this time right here, man, to encourage, all the hood educated residents and guests that pay attention to my channel. I know we talk about, these young guys and these game bangers and stuff like that, but at the same time, we got to start looking out for ourselves. After you eat, start walking for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They say that right there, keep your blood pressure down. Keep your blood sugar down and stuff like that, so your insulin levels stay low. Every time you get done eat, go for a 10-minute walk on your treadmill, or, walk the block, or whatever the case may be. Or, do your squats. Do your they say if you do air squats, you know what I'm saying, after eating or before eating, you know what I mean, that right there help with your blood sugar and all that old type of stuff. So I just want to tell y'all, you know what I mean, like, and if y'all enjoy that, the mountain lion kush, you enjoy your alcohol or whatever, whatever you may do, give your body a break sometimes. Don't just abuse it constantly like that. You know what I'm saying? Let your body repair itself. You know what I mean? And try not to abuse your choice. Try not to abuse it. Try to, special occasion type demonstration. You know what I'm saying? And then, go light. Don't go so heavy, because look, that stuff will catch up with you. And you will be mad as hell sitting in somebody's hospital, laying in the damn bed because of some bad decisions that you made for a temporary feeling. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because that temporary feeling can lead you to a permanent death. And that ain't something that I want for you. I know y'all don't want it for me. I don't want that type of stuff for nobody. So let's just try to take care of ourselves the best way that we can. Rest in peace to Alley Boy. This is Hood Educated, not Lane Related. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.